Yes, sir. Yes, sir. This week on Six Rings and Football Things, it is big game week leading up to big game 5-9 between Eagles and Chiefs. There's not a lot of excitement in Pat's Nation for that game. However, the guests are bringing all the excitement, enthusiasm here on the podcast because when we're talking about having the big and the best, they don't get bigger or better than big number 75 himself, a member of the Patriots Hall of Fame, should be in the Pro Football Hall of Fame, and a two-time big game champion himself. And every night when I go to bed, I still think he's going to return that pick off Phillip Rivers in 2011 back to the house. Ladies and gentlemen, the one and only Vince Wilfork is with us here on Six Rings and Football Things. What's up, Vince?
Man, I'm doing good. Hey, I thought I was going to return it too, but I didn't realize how far away I was from the end zone. So I still think about that play till this day.
There's two plays I always think of. You picking that ball off Rivers in 2011, thinking like, I remember Jim Nance called you Wilford, and like
Yep.
you're hustling and bumbling. We're all laughing. People at the bar I was at were like, go, yeah, go, go. And like in 2010, when Dan Conley almost took the
Yes,
kickoff all
that
the
was
way.
classic. That was
Those are
classic.
those are two like wishes I still keep in Pat's Nation. It's great to have you, Vince, and of course, we're very
Thank
grateful that ahead of Sunday's game, Vince Wilfork, the two-time big game champ, joins us thanks to Tums, America's #1 antacid brand, celebrating foodies and helping tackle occasional heartburn so fans can get back to their favorite game day bites. I heard also you've partnered with DraftKings to launch the Tums Fantasy Foodball pool,
you.
where people can win up to $40,000 in cash prizes. You want to tell me a little bit more about that?
Yeah, the one thing is when you're dealing with football,
Mm-hmm.
it's football and food, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, to be able to be a
Family
part
and
of
friends, that all goes together, my man.
that's it all goes together. And being able to be a part of the Tums family, that was huge and amazing. And we had an amazing campaign. And then the last round is coming up now. We in the Super Bowl round. I think it's the New Orleans Cuisine round. So it's
Mm.
now you're getting down to the meat and potatoes. And you can draft your foods and everything. And it was 4 rounds. So, like I said, it's now we're to the end where Super Bowl is coming. Guys have to get in and draft their foods, and don't forget to draft their foods. And the more you go on, the more chances you have. So, it's just a match made in heaven with me because I love food.
Mm.
And like I said, the way I cook and things I eat, heartburn, it's prevalent. So it's like, hey. Why not have Tom's next to me? So when they came in wanting to partner, I think it was two kings mashing heads together to be one mega king.
Exactly. You want to partner with something that helps prevent what you used to give to opposing quarterbacks and defensive
Exactly.
coordinators. Heartburn and indigestion, my man.
There you go. There you
So you
go.
can
And
visit
perfect.
DraftKings.com/TumsFootball to place your picks for the final round. It is the New Orleans inspired foods round as well. And it doesn't get much better as far as game day bites and American cuisine than New Orleans food. I'd love to ask you about food because I'm a bit of an amateur smoker and griller myself as well. And your tailgate cuisine is goat. But, I got a Patriots legend in the house as well. And while it's all about the Chiefs and the Eagles this week, so much has gone on and changed in the last couple of weeks
Yeah.
in Patriots Nation. So first things first, I wanted to ask, you played for 5 solid seasons with new Patriots coach Mike Vrabel. What is your opinion of him as a head coach and leader, and why do you think perhaps maybe he is the perfect fit for the Patriots now as they look to really rebuild and reestablish themselves?
Because the smartness of the game. I realized when I played with Mike how smart he was. I mean, he was like, when people speak of being a coach on the field, that was 100% Mike. Just hearing him, it's like I had Bill in my ear on defense. And it was amazing to see him in practice. And like I tell people all the time, this is a guy, you talk about a defensive guy that, he's in quarterback meetings with Bill and Tom, in the quarterbacks meeting. And this is a guy where we're playing somebody like an Ed Reed or any top player defensively. He would go on scout team to be that guy. And I could just remember when Tom saying, he's not going to do that. And Vrabel like, yes, he effing will. Yes, he effing will. And I'm going to show you the play. And dude, they would go at it. But the one thing I always loved and respect out of their relationship is when that drill ended, you'll see Tom and Mike in the corner of the end zone, basically talking, and they going, and you can see him like Mike is telling him they're going to, and it was music to our ears. So absolutely, he's the perfect fit because he's an alpha. He's going to come in and he's going to demand the respect. He's not going to mince his words. He's going to tell you how he feel, his opinion, and he's going to lead you in the right way. And we all saw what he did in Tennessee his first year there. So he knows what he done, and his resume, like with his coaching. I think this is perfect. He's not an old guy. This is somebody that I can see being there for the next 18, 20 years. If like Mike Tomlin in Pittsburgh, that young and going over to Pittsburgh, I can see that, and he's going in with the quarterback situation figured out now. So now I think Mike is going to go and attack the areas that need to be attacked, but he's going to bring a chip on his shoulder. He's going to, when he walk in the room, you're going to feel it, you're going to know it. And the guy's going to love to play for him because Mike is one of those coaches. He's still young enough. He ripping running around with the players. And as a player to see a coach doing that, let me tell you, I would play any day for a coach like that. And I think that's what he brings to the New England nation.
And also, you played with, yeah, and I couldn't agree with you more. Things got a little out of control, things got a little nonsensical, and now someone needs to come in, be a real adult in the room, a tough
Yeah.
guy to clean things up and restore the pride of the Patriot way. And I
Yes.
think most fans are so excited, and they're so excited about all the other coordinators and coaches that they're bringing in that he's worked with, a familiar system. And of course, the pinnacle of that would be Josh McDaniels coming
Yeah.
back, and you were around him for darn near a decade as well.
Yeah.
Do you
Yeah.
think he's the best fit to be OC? And how,
Absolutely.
how do you think he'll help elevate
I
Drake's
mean,
game?
man, absolutely. We know Mike McDaniels is. I mean, he's like a baby genius when it comes to being able to put together an offense. I mean, um, he would have no problem with Drake. Trust me. We're going to see that early. But it's just something about an offensive coordinator knowing. And I just remember with him dealing with Tom, like it's just the things that they did and the way they attacked the game and what it was like the small things. It was like magic to your ears just watching it play out. And he is the best. He have an all-star cast offensively with the head coach, and then now you got
Josh,
an
yeah,
offense.
yep.
And Josh, it's an all-star. So it's
Hmm.
like you got two head coaches there that been in the game, they've been around some great football players. Um, and it's exciting to see. So I feel comfortable saying, okay, offensively, we're going to be okay. Now we still need pieces because you can't have a franchise and you can't block for them. That's just what it is. But as far as play calling and putting the guys in the right position to make the plays and be successful, absolutely 110% our offense should look different.
Yeah, this is music to Pat's Nation's ears, Vince, and there's no one better to hear it from. I know we got you for another minute or two, and I wanted to ask you, as it pertains to the big game, with a lens toward Foxborough and Patriots Nation. So everyone keeps, it's hot take time. Everyone tries to get your likes and clicks in your eyeballs, and people keep saying like, oh, well, if Mahomes wins this one, it's the three-peat, and he and Reed enter the conversation of Brady and Belichick, if not become the new GOATs. So I wanted to hear from someone who played alongside and under and with and went to battle and cried and bled and won and lost with both. What do you say to that conversation topic? And what do you think they would need to even get into the stratosphere of Brady and Belichick?
Well, first of all, to get in the stratosphere with Brady, you need seven. All right. And dealing with Bill, you need six. What Kansas City doing is amazing. Hats off to them. I mean, it's amazing what they're doing. To be able to have a chance to three-peat, it's pretty amazing. But
Mm-hmm.
they're not there yet. That's just what I don't care if you win three in a row. You talking about Tom with seven, and you talking about Bill with the six. So it's like, yeah, you can be mentioned, but you're still not there yet. But like I love Andy Reid. I love what Andy Reid is doing in Kansas City, man. I think he's one of my favorite coaches because he's just a mastermind when it comes to offense and putting together the team. As his defensive coordinator, he beat me twice, so I really love his defensive coordinator. So I mean, you can't knock them. They're a really good football team, but I think I'm a big believer in the trenches, and I think Philadelphia, trenches wise, I think it I like their trenches. I love Chris Jones, but
Hmm.
to get in that talk, you can talk, but you're not there yet. You win a couple more, and then maybe we can talk about it. But just because if you three-peat, that don't mean you're the greatest. That don't mean anything three-peat. I mean you just won 3 Super Bowls in a row. But you chasing somebody with 7 and an organization with 6. So you still got ways to go, buddy.
They may win 3 in a row, and they could have 4. They could get an invitation to the club. They may even be getting in the car, but they are
Yep.
not sitting in the VIP room that
Not
has
yet.
the true goats, Belichick and Brady. Vince, we're so grateful to Tums and DraftKings who have partnered up for the Tums Fantasy Foodball. Once again, you can find out more about it at DraftKings.com/Tums Foodball. And because, of course, you are a grilling gourmand and tailgate chef extraordinaire, I got to ask you, as people are waiting with such great anticipation for the final game of the season, prepping out meals like you
Oh
wouldn't
yeah.
believe, what is your favorite cut? What is your favorite thing to grill or smoke? What's that centerpiece
I'm
piece
I'm
for Vince Wilfork
I'm
tailgate?
I'm a pork ribs guy.
Mm.
Last night I just made some boudin. So, but on the grill,
Ooh,
I'm on the grill. I'm pork ribs all day, every day. But like I said, I just had some fun last night with cooking, making some boudin and everything. So I'm pretty excited about that for my Sunday showdown.
excellent. St. Louis cut, baby back. We celebrate the entire catalog, just like we
Absolutely,
celebrate everything that you did for Patriots fans, Vince. And we're going to keep banging the drum for you to not only just be a member
sir.
of the Patriots Hall of Fame, but the Pro Football Hall of Fame as well.
I
Ladies and
really
gentlemen,
appreciate
Vince,
that.
thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Vince Wilfork joins the latest Six Rings and Football Things, part of Big Game Week 59. Thank you guys for listening. As always, more great guests to come. Thanks to Tums and DraftKings, and of course, Vince Wilfork. Good day. God bless. We'll talk to you soon. Happy Big Game Week. And as always, go Pats.
Absolutely.